Hello everyone. Welcome to this stream. I would like to welcome you all. Please let me know on the chat if you can hear me fine, so I can see a lot of familiar faces in the chat. It's always great for you all to come back as well. So today we have a little bit of a special stream, really, because unfortunately I can't really like continue the workshop we were doing. Main reason for that is because I've already packed my Mac Pro and my RAID system, so I don't really have it. I don't really have the speed or the actual capacity to load those shots up. But the whole thing with this stream really is, like I said on the social media, is that I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about kind of talk for 6 weeks. I'll be there I'm gonna fly on Sunday. I'll be there for 6 weeks in a row, and I still don't know the timings of the next streams. Okay, so you have to be a bit patient with me. I do apologize for that, but as soon as I know when I will do the streams in LA, I will let you all know. Obviously, it has to be mindful of my on-set supervision job, so I'm going to be in LA. Sajels, actually, it's not going to be sunny in LA this time. It's actually going to be cloudy. So I'm not that lucky this time, I think. So basically, I'll be there supervising a shoot and also doing a lot of consulting as well in LA for 6 weeks. I guess that I won't be able to do Twitch streams during the week. I don't think so. But if I can, I will share with you the dates. But it might be that it will be more beneficial for a lot of the folks in the Asian market as well, and also in the American market, because it will be a better time for them. But definitely I'll do on the weekend as well. So I'm taking my Mac Pro for the streaming. I'm taking my microphone as well. So we'll do some streamings there. I'm also taking my machine so that I can kind of like play some games there as well. But anyway, I basically thought that today maybe we could just have like a bit of a chat session, a bit similar like Monday. So I can't really guarantee that we'll have a session on Monday. I can't really guarantee. Because I don't really know what time in LA I'll be available. But I will let you know as soon as I know what time I can do the streams there. Okay. So, but anyway, let's just start off this thing with basically I want to do some shout outs. That's always the thing that I do. So I would like, of course, to thank Collie X81 for the follow. I would like to thank Ben Amida for the subscription on YouTube. Really would like to thank Rex Pan for the subscription on Prime for 2 months. Thank you so much for the amazing support, Rex Pan. Thank you so much for that, and thank you so much for resubscribing again. For those of you who don't know, don't forget that if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to my Twitch channel for free. So thank you so much, Rafael Jimenez, for the pledge of $10 on Patreon. Thank you so much, Ben C. Sioni, for the subscription on Tier 1. Thank you so much for that. Also, thank you so much for Senzenzunui for the subscription Tier 1 as well. Thank you so much for that. Also for Wheelie TV for the follow. And that is it, really, for the last few days. Again, thank you so much for all this support. You guys are amazing, and you're so friendly. So today we're going to have a bit of a Q&A session. So first of all, I want to give you the great news to everyone. Basically, the YouTube, like the Kickstarter course, is completely funded already. So I'm very happy to announce that. So I'm basically going to just show you that. So I launched the Kickstarter less than 2 days ago. So I launched it 30 hours ago. We got fully funded in about 26 hours. We couldn't do it in 24 hours. That was a shame. So we got fully funded. This is the complete Nuke course. It's the same Nuke course that my students that sometimes pop up on the Twitch stream here have done. wait to have the new batch of students on this course. Obviously, the more we go up, the better, and we will, of course, obviously start posting some stretch goals very soon. I'm hoping we go much deep, much more than 100%. We have still 28 days left, so we still have plenty of time. So my plan is to really create quite a lot of new stretch goals, possibly even some new classes as well to add to what we have already. But anyway, if anyone is interested on this course, you can just check the video. I showed you the video last time we did this stream. But if you want to check out the Kickstarter campaign, there it is. If you have any questions whatsoever about the Kickstarter campaign, please feel free to ask them. We can go through the pledges if you want, if you have any specific questions. And also if you guys want to see how the platform actually works and how you watch videos. But before I do that, I'm just actually going to go through the first question I have here. So I have a question basically... a couple of people here saying, like, basically 32-bit float is 32-bit float is asking, Hugo, can you look at this scene from Age of Ultron and tell me how they did that first long shot? I mean, it's really long and the camera is crazy, and they have both live action actors in CG. How were they able to pull that shot? Did they do full CG environment or what? So yeah, so basically I'll open that up. I think I know what shot you're talking about, but I'm gonna open that up just so we can kind of like all of us look at it. I'll be demonetized if I actually run the whole clip probably, but I'll try to just maybe put it without sound. So that we don't kind of get demonetized on YouTube, on Twitch. I'm going to just take away the sound. So you're talking about the first shot, right? So you're saying from 0 to 123. Okay, cool. Well, sorry, this is the ad. It's not this one. So then you're talking about the first moment here. Let's just put it full screen and have a look. Okay, so you're talking... is this the video? Shot starts at 0 and ends at 1 minute and 23. Well, it doesn't start at 0 because 0, nothing is happening on 0. So what do you mean? Are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about this shot. You're probably talking about this shot because it's one continuous shot. So this shot is not made continuously. I don't know if you've seen the breakdowns yet, but the way they do this is they use motion control, and then what they do is they film it by sections. They would do first the section with because I've seen the breakdown. I haven't seen this on CineFX as well. They first do, you see where they do the cut. If you, let me just go back here. I'm going to just scrub a little bit. So the first moment that there's a cut is this. So this would be the first shot they film. So basically they film it on a car, and she is basically comped in. So she's filmed on a green screen stage, and there's a motion control rig. So, and then at some point what happens, I'm of course doing some guesses because I haven't seen it for a long time, the breakdown. At the same time, you also have him on the top there, and then basically we then have a cut here. See, because as we move out of the screen with her, when they leave the screen on the side here, what happens is that you can then cut, and you basically then can merge another shot with Thor. So then Thor would be shot on a green screen stage, but then there would have been like a digital handover to go to Thor on the tower here. So all of this section of Thor, that's actually, of course, obviously full CG. So a lot of times you have these things that they call digital humans, where they basically do handover from the real plate into the CG plate. I can't. Let me just double check if I can find. See if I can find the breakdown, because I've seen the breakdown before. Let's just see if I can find it real quick. Because then it would be easier, I think, if we just look at the opening. If we do a breakdown, I'm sure I've seen it, so I'm sure I have seen it. I'm just not sure if I seen it on a private event or if I saw it on. Maybe I didn't see it on YouTube. I probably saw it on
I probably saw it on an event somewhere, maybe at FMX or something like that. Let's see if DNEG has made any shot, if they did that shot. I'm not entirely sure if DNEG was the specific company that worked on that. Let's have a look at their breakdown to see if the shot is here. Maybe it's not. So that's not that shot. Let's see here. Let's keep scrubbing. I really have a feeling that this was not done by DNEG. I think this shot was done by ILM, I think. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Now I remember. This is an ILM breakdown. So it would have been ILM that would have done that. So let's see. Lumi Pictures wouldn't have been there. Behind the Avengers, that's not it. DNEG, that's not the one I want. Maybe I need to like look for this later on, but at the moment... oh, maybe this is the one. Let's see if it's this one. If you guys know where it is, maybe let me see. Yeah, I know they played that, but what I want to find out is who did the first sequence, and I really think it was ILM, but I can't remember for certain. If you guys just give me a second, let me see if I can find the SNES magazine. Let's see here. So that would have been. Avengers 2 would have been Avengers 2, so that would have been this Cinefx magazine. Let me just have a look here, really quick. So, thank you.
No, a little bit.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't see his name. Sorry. Oh
to
yeah, I see that now. So thank you so much for the resubscription on tier 1 from Ikuki for 3 months in a row. Thank you so much for that. That's awesome. Thank you so much for that. So I have the Cinefx here. So let me just double check here if I can find that thing, because I remember I know I seen it. I just need to find the breakdown. Let's just see here. So that would have been, let's see here, because then I can show you this. Maybe it's only on text, but I've seen it. You know, I can see if I can look for it, and then I can maybe share it with you guys on the next stream. But at the moment, I can't really remember the breakdown. I can also try to see if I can find it during the break. Yeah, on this magazine, they don't have the breakdown of that shot. They have a lot of text explain. Yeah, it's not here. Okay, well, it was on this SNES that I was looking for, either way, because this SNES is from that film. But maybe I'll see if I can find it later. Okay, because it would have been really nice if we could watch that. Because yeah. Because this one is not that shot.
Camera will fix this, and it's over. Well,
otherwise, take a watch sound. Jesus, that was really loud. Sorry about that. Yes, I have a lot of things up there. Yes, so you see up there. So that's my entire collection of Cinefx. Cinefx only comes out every 4 months. So, so I have a lot of them. I don't have the Avengers art book, actually. Otherwise, I would have told you. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's just go back to the questions here. I feel like I'm neglecting your questions. I'm sorry about that. So, so going back to this Age of Ultron, I'll try to find it, but I can let you know that is done in multiple takes and motion control, because I've seen the breakdown. I just think I probably saw the breakdown on some event at FMX or something, and I can't remember where it was. But I'll try to find it for this bit float. So Sajels has a question here. I had a question post yesterday's stream, especially about Call of Space and workflows. Also, it's worth going to stream, especially about Call of Space. So maybe you can ask that question. So Shazels is asking, he wants to see a walkthrough of the course on Kickstarter. I definitely can do that if you guys want to see that. That's not a problem. And then, oh yeah, cool. So actually, Sajels has found that link. That's cool. Thank you, man. See if you got the one I'm talking about, the one I'm thinking about. Let's see if it is.
Let's see if it is. Sorry about that. So I'm going to just switch to my screen here. Is this the one that I wanted to talk about? Can I just not have? Come on. Okay, here we go. So, is this the one? Oh, there's a lot of images. Okay, here we go. Some images that are not here. Let's just keep going down. It's taking ages to load the images. Okay, it's not really there, but you guys can read it. Thank you so much for sharing that link. So Sajels, okay, cool. Lists of, yeah. So Sajels, what's your question? You're asking, it's about Call Space Log Sinian, and what's your question? Okay, what do you want to know? Yeah, well, I mean, Sajels, the thing with this is that every company in the world probably worked on it. That's the thing, because everyone works on this thing. So, anyway, I wanted to say one thing, though. Like, I always think that it's always nice for me to do something while we do these Q&As. So maybe you can start thinking about that question, and then we can kind of like... oh, yeah, for a bit flow. That is even Drago. Yeah, it is. Like, look at that. I must break you. I must break you. That's my man. My man, Evil Drago here, man. Good pick there. How does it work? So Shishal is asking, how does it work in log 3D, etc., then convert with linear? That's a really broad question. It's really broad question. Usually what you have to do is you have to apply the LUT from red to linearize the image. And then once the image is linearized, then you're in linear, you can work inside of Nuke, and then you basically convert to a specific color space that you want to deliver the project to. So it's a really broad question you're asking. So, you know, obviously it goes without saying that I will talk about this on my course. So if you guys want to resist it to the course, I can definitely, you can definitely learn a lot more about it. So, basically, we already have two questions about the course. Does the chat mind that I go through the course real quick, so you guys can kind of see? You've seen the video already, but I just kind of like want to like go through it really quick just to show you kind of how it works. Do you guys mind that, or you want me to do something else? I'll be quick, I promise. But we do have two people here asking things. So as HJS asks, hi Hugo, is it worth the beginning coming into your Kickstarter course? I'm a college student, just starting with Nuke and VFX. Is your Kickstarter for more advanced Nuke users? So, Aja, I can completely guarantee you that this course is not for advanced users only. This course is from scratch everything. Basically, the course is a full 15-week course. It has every aspect of Nuke. So if you go to the page on Kickstarter, you'll see that if you scroll down all this mumbo jumbo that I'm talking about the course, of course it's not mumbo jumbo. You should still read it. So last time we had 119 students and we had 21 different countries. And we produced about 50 hours of videos. We haven't finished all the videos, but we're almost done. And basically, some of the people here on the chat, they're actually some of my students. And we only use production assets. And basically, it's taught by myself, and it's also taught by Ricardo, which is a senior compositor. And also, we have Justin, which is our Python maestro as well. And if you scroll down through here, you see the complete outline of the course. So as you can see, we start with really basic stuff like introduction to visual effects, you know, brief history of VFX, photography, node compositing, Nuke interface, project settings. We start really like someone that doesn't know anything about Nuke. Just so you know, it is really like a beginner's at this stage. So in the first week, we go really in a beginner's phase. Then we go into merging, which is also explaining how merging and doing layers works, you know, then rotoscoping and painting when we start looking into junior compositing roles. We do a lot of keying after that. We do a lot of tracking, 2D tracking as well. And at this stage, all of this is really for beginners, you know. We then start having some mid-level stuff like prep techniques. We have some intermediate keying. We have some advanced keying. So progressively you go through it, you know, step by step. And so you kind of start as a beginner, but then you become more and more in line with the course, and more and more line with everything. And then at some point you go into color correction, then you go to advanced color correction, then you go to expressions, then you go to the whole Nuke 3D system, you go to 3D tracking in Nuke, 3D projection in Nuke, and then of course you go to more advanced stuff like CG compositing in Nuke, and also Nuke Studio as well. So on the very bottom of the page, you can find some of the testimonials from my students. So these are real testimonials from some of the students. You can see them also on the chat here saying as well. You can also have you can see their names here. So these are all the testimonials that I gathered so that you can have an idea from their mouth, like how the course went. So you also have multiple choices on this course. You should also read, by the way, the facts. If you go to the facts, you can kind of read some questions and everything. And basically, you kind of have a couple of choices. You can choose, unfortunately, the lowest pledge, which was the pledge of £890, is gone already. It's gone from here, though. Where is it? Is it because it's already out? Where is it? Oh yeah, okay, so yeah. So we had an early bird, which was only for 20 students. This is already gone, so that was the cheapest version. And now the cheapest version that we have is actually the 990. So by 990, you basically get all the classes, you get all the Nuke scripts, you get some footage, you get £100 of course store credit on Action VFX, and you also have access to the forum, So I would really say that the forum is really cool. I'm not going to post the forum here because I don't want any private images to be launched, but the forum is really cool because you kind of get to like talk to people, and you can share clips with other students. You get to talk to them, show some showreel stuff. You can ask us questions directly. We're always there all the time, So I really recommend you always being very active on the forum. And when you go into the forum, and also on the Discord page, you actually will meet the other students that already did this course. So that means we already have 119 students there. You'll get to meet them, and then it will become even bigger in that sense. Then, of course, we have other things, like we have a pledge, which includes a group call. And on this group call is really cool. Like I really recommend this pledge because you can kind of like talk in person with the teachers, and you can also meet the other students in person, and then you guys can share your screen. We can try to help you if you have a question. We can also share our screen and share some extra information that you might not be seeing. And I'm just gonna give you a real short example of how I hope the chat doesn't mind, but I'm just going to show you real quick how does a Skype call kind of look like. So if you look, for example, in here, I'm just going to click on a random Skype call. So if I go to maybe, I'll do the first one, maybe not. Why not? So if I go to the first call in Skype we did, this is kind of the thing that you get. You basically get me talking, and then you basically get, I know it doesn't scrub really well, you basically see that we get to meet each other, we talk to each other, we ask questions to each other. So basically this is kind of like a Skype call where we are all sharing our experiences. I'm talking a little bit to the group. Everyone on the group asks questions, and sometimes they have doubts. Sometimes we open up Nuke scripts and everything. I'm going to see if I can scrub here to show you one of those Nuke scripts. So sometimes we do open some Nuke scripts. I think on the last call we opened a bunch of them, so I'm just going to open up the last call. Let's see here. Yeah, so you see on this situation here, I'll just put the sound here a little bit for you guys.
More or less grain on parts of the image. Because it's not grain, it's noise. It's like distort.
So you see, here I'm explaining, someone made a question about noise and grain. So, of course, on the Skype call, we basically opened the shot and basically went through it.
Almost like it's interference on the video signal. You know what I mean? So, obviously, it will not be homogeneous. No, it's not. And for you to really...
Well, I'm going to scrub a little bit. And you see, these are usually 1 hour calls or 2 hour calls. Depends on... We used to do 2 hour calls. Sometimes I also share some links. In here we were actually talking about the Lego the Lego from Stranger Things, which is funny. Again, we opened up a shot from one of the students, and they shared what they were doing, and then basically you can hear it.
The video.
Yeah.
So Ricardo seems to have the kind of the black here with then the green kind of.
So it kind of like, it's really useful to do these Skype calls because you can ask questions directly. It's almost like a classroom, you know? And we've done a lot of them. In here, for example, we have João showing us some DaVinci stuff. I think it was João. Let me just click on it.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were going through DaVinci settings as well. So exactly, this was a color space problem that he was having on DaVinci, and then we went through it, and we already did like 22 Skype calls. So I'm not gonna show you more because it's not necessary. I'm just gonna like wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I think I crashed my QuickTime. Just gonna close it. Sorry about that. So like I said, that's where the group call is. Then of course you have other pledges where it includes a complete Foundry Nuke Foundry license. This is a license of all the Foundry products, and it's for a really good deal because then you can upgrade this license to a full license. And I actually have that on the fax, I think. Did I put the link? Maybe I didn't put a link. But if you go to the website here, I'm going to just show you real quick. Foundry educational license. So basically what happens is if you buy that pledge, you can get the educational license, which includes all the licenses of the Foundry products. And this is really cool because then you can upgrade after a year. You can actually upgrade to a full license for just for 90% discount. So which is really cool, and that includes all the licenses all together. Basically, that's how it works. The first year comes in with our course. And then you can still, because this is only available, by the way, this is only available for students on university. So I made a deal with the Foundry, and basically the Foundry is kind of like pretending that Hugo's Desk is a university, and so you can kind of get the student license up to 3 years, and then after that you can upgrade to the professional license, and this upgrade would be heavily discounted. So basically the upgrade would be, if I click here, I'll show you what I mean. It would be, yeah, it's 70% off the regular price. That's what they wrote here. And I actually, in fact, I'm gonna actually put this link here on the fax because I think I wrote it here. Let's see here. Yes. So I'm gonna actually edit this. Might as well, since I'm here, so that people can click on the link and check it. So I'm gonna just let's see here, non-commercial. And I'm going to just like put the link here so that people can kind of like look at it and see. And I'm also going to share the link on your chat so you can kind of like, I can kind of like put here so you guys can kind of read up on it. Yes, that's right, Lini. I mean, I didn't know about it, but according to the website, you can do that. So I think it's really cool, actually. Sorry, so just go back to the chair thing here. So going back to the campaign, then last but not least, we have one other here, which is the pledge, which includes the group call and the licenses. So it's a bit more expensive because it includes both the conference calls and the licenses. And I can't really emphasize how good it is to have the conference calls, because the conference calls, like I showed you, you can ask questions directly to us and really go through shots. You can even share stuff, you know. And then, of course, you have one last pledge here, which is everything plus showreel support. That means we'll help you with your showreel, and you'll get some private calls. This means that you'll get some private phone calls just for you with no one on the group. So that's kind of how the course looks like. Let me just quickly show you how the course is. So if I go in here, basically, I'm going to just show you. We have a forum. And so the forum, of course, is where all of us talk with each other. And, of course, this is the forum. It's a private forum where people post things, and we have all the topics, all the classes, and then people then answer and ask questions. And so this is one of the places where everyone is talking. And then besides that, we also have the actual platform. So if I log in here, you basically go into a platform, which is this one here. I'm just going to click on it so you can watch it. So this would be the platform. You log in on any browser, and you basically log in and you go into Hugo's Desk, and then you watch the videos. But before I log in, I'm just gonna like really quickly just go through the questions here because I don't want to neglect anyone's questions, okay? I hope it's not going really boring for you guys. So Sajels is asking about the course. Do you get into the pipeline that you have the automated stuff when clicking the bat file opens Nuke with relevant footage? No, Sajels, we don't really go into that, but I can guarantee you that if you watch the classes from Justin, the Python classes, you can probably do it yourself. Because he teaches the Python quite a lot on the classes, and he teaches a lot of scripting as well. So you can probably go through there. Boris is asking, can you do commercial work with the student versions of Nuke? I don't believe so, Boris, but maybe look at the website and read, you know. I would like to just do a shout out to Verka which is hosting my channel. Thank you so much for hosting my channel, Verka Lucas. I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for that. That's really kind of you. So let's see here. Other questions. So yeah, I really think you can probably do that. So let's see. Bao3 says, great presentation at FMX. Didn't have time to say hello. Well, you're saying hello now. Hello. Thank you so much for the kind words. My FMX presentation will be online on YouTube later in the year because I'm going to present that same FMX presentation in Italy on the View conference and also in a couple of the other festivals. And obviously, I don't want to show that conference until I actually do it, you know. So that's why I haven't done it. So Sajals is asking, are the videos for life or they can be downloaded? So yeah, so going back to that question, that's a really good point. That's a really good point, Sajals. So basically, you only have access to this streaming application for 1 year. So basically, during 1 year, you can log in. Obviously, this is all protected. So this application has a DRM protection. So you can't copy it. You can't really do all of those things. Sorry, I didn't share the screen. So once you log in, I'm just gonna log in again because you guys didn't see it. So this is the platform. You basically log in. Depending on your user, you have a normal user, you have a Skype user. Depends on your pledge, you get more, or like if you pledge only on the classes, you only get the classes. But if you pledge on the Skype calls, then you get the Skype calls as well. So, for example, if I go into the Skype calls here and I log in, basically this is a DRM protected, it has a warning notice saying that you're breaking the law if you do piracy. I then press agree. And this is how it works. You basically get this page, and in this page you have all the classes available. So these are all the videos, and they are grouped by weeks. So you see how you have week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. So, for example, if I press on week 1, you then can watch all the classes of week 1. You have brief history of visual effects, the VFX pipeline, the VFX pipeline part 2, artist toolkit, you know, Nuke interface, you know, those kind of things. So, for example, if I click on one of them, for example, if I click, for example, on the history of visual effects, if I press on it, it basically loads up and it plays back. I'm not sure if it's going to play back really well since I'm streaming it on Twitch, but hopefully it works. It might not do, because streaming on Twitch at the same time might be a bit too much for it to play back. Not entirely sure if it will play back. Let's just see here. Sorry about that. It's just that, unfortunately, yeah, I'm streaming at the same time. What I will do is, like, I will just show you the icons, and then I can just play it back. I think my internet is too slow because like I said, I'm basically streaming at the same time, so I'm not sure this is gonna read at all. But anyway, like I said, you go into it. You basically have all the weeks here, so then you have like videos like this, you know, like nodes versus layers, you know, you have like the viewer, you have like merge node, pre-multiplication rules, pre-multiplications rule 2, and basically every week you can basically just have a bunch of classes. You have masking, animation, rotoscoping 2. All these are, of course, done with real production assets, so we're only using production assets from the mill, from Ubisoft, only from projects that I've done. And you basically just go through it. Now, to answer your question about if you keep it forever, You probably noticed that up here you have a download button, so it has an install button. This is not completely finished yet, and it's not done. So basically what you do is you install a player in your computer, and then that player allows you to download. Now, this download player is not completely finished yet, and that's why on the Kickstarter I mentioned that it's going to be maybe halfway through the course where you can actually finally download everything. But you will definitely be able to download the files. You'll definitely be able to get the files forever if you download them. So that's not a problem at all. It's just that on the viewer, on this, we're trying to protect the course so that it doesn't end up on the piracy. And we've had 119 students so far, and we haven't had any piracy whatsoever. So that's how it works. And of course, if you ever lose the files because you downloaded the files and you lost your computer or something, you just email me and I'll give you access again. It's not a problem at all. I'll always do that. So going back to other questions here, the footage. So Juan Lumarado asks, the footage you see on the promo, is that the one used on the course? Yes, it is, Juan. So let me just show you a couple of classes from the course. So that I can share for sure. I'm just going to share, let's just see here. So where is just a second. I'm going to have to go outputs, no, outgoing. So I'm going to just share with you a couple of the classes. So for example, here, this is the class for Introduction to Visual Effects. I'm just going to not have this in full screen because it's a bit messy. So here's an example of a class that I've done. Okay, so have a look for a second.
Hello, my name is Uguerre and welcome to Hugo's Desk. Today on this first class, we're gonna briefly talk about visual effects history. Now, please look at the name of the video, a very, very brief history in visual effects part 1, with jumps and several omissions. This is part 1, in a couple of weeks we will talk about part 2. Now, in filmmaking, visual effects, as everyone knows it as VFX, is the process of which imagery is created or manipulated outside the context of a live-action shoot. Visual effects involve the integration.
So I'm just going to stop there. So as you can see, this is, for example, the first class. And if I scrub through here, like you can see that I'm talking about how visual effects was made. I do a full presentation of how visual effects is handled, these kind of things. I even talk about old school techniques. So let me just go and jump to another class, for example. So if I, for example, go into, let's see here, so the pipeline, for example, that's a good class to show. So this is a class where this is again, like I said, like a beginner's class, because you kind of go through really, really deep into the beginning of everything. So this is an introduction to visual effects pipeline, for example.
Hello, my name is Uguerre and welcome to Hugo's Desk. Today I bring you a class about visual effects pipeline. We're going to talk about the differences between a pipeline in film and a pipeline in commercials, and really talk about the hierarchy of every role involved in that massive pipeline. So to start things off, we kind of have to talk about how does it usually work in terms of a production. So let's give you an example here of a film. A film tends to start with having, of course, your clients.
Well, I'm not going to show you the whole thing, otherwise why would you do the course? But anyway, you can kind of see that I go through how the film pipeline is kind of like divided, and I go through like how all the roles of everyone. So this is a great introduction for you to understand how visual effects works and how all the different roles work. And if we go a bit further, we also talk about the 3D and the agency and all those things. Now let's go, for example, to a class where we actually have Nuke itself and not just like me talking mumbo jumbo. Let me just go to a more advanced thing. So if I go here, let's see here. So, well, I'll just go to the end maybe. The end is probably cool to show. Yeah, so for example, here, this is a class where we are extracting shadows. So this is a class from Ricardo, not from me.
Now let's change to a different frame range, because we need to see how much information this shot can have in terms of keying and also rotoscoping. Well, let's move on, and I copy this script to the side, and I put in green all the changes that we did. Of course, we have to go through
I'm gonna
different areas.
just gonna like reduce the sound. So as you can see here, for example, Ricardo is going through the process of how to extract the shadow, for example, and how to extract the shadow from a plate, from a real production plate. So this is a plate that I used on Homefront: The Revolution. It's a game cinematic that we shot a few years ago. Every single plate we use on this course is production ready. So it's like production plates. Now, you will not get every frame, obviously, because this footage belongs to my clients, you know. So you will basically get a couple of frames here and there so you can practice. But there is a large amount of footage that we will give you as well, because some of my clients allowed me to share the footage, some of the clients didn't allow to share the footage. So it kind of depends on the project. But most projects, like the projects from the mill, for example, I can only share maybe 10 frames or so, but it's enough for you to learn. But for example, the projects that I've done at Fire.Smoke and some of the short films, we pretty much have permission to use the shots. So it really depends on the shots, but let me just go into the middle here and just maybe show you one last thing. So this is introduction to the 3D system, and let's just see here. So that's introduction to matte painting. So let me just show you real quick this video. Where's the so this is just JPEG. Sorry, I opened the wrong one. I need to open that one. So let me just show you this real quick. Hello, my name is Hugo and welcome to Hugo's Desk. Today we have a very special class. We're going to talk about the 3D cards. The 3D card is the most important node in the 3D system, especially because it is the one that allows you to handle matte paintings, and that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to go through a simple matte painting done in Photoshop. We're going to break up all the layers and position them in such a way that you'll create some kind of parallax with those matte paintings. So this is of course an introduction of how to deal with matte paintings. We're not going to talk about projection just yet. We're just going to talk about the solo parallaxing of just using cards and how powerful that actually is. And we'll do a bit of an exercise as well. Well, I'm talking too much already, as usual. So in here, for example, I go through like a Photoshop file. We then break it up inside the Nuke. We basically, we're just going to scrub through this here. We then go in here and split all the layers, then put it on cards, and then, you know, do all that stuff, and then kind of project stuff, and basically end up having parallax and perspective. So these are the kind of classes we have. Like, we have classes for every aspect of Nuke. Basically, we go from everything, from the 3D system to CG compositing. We have advanced keying as well. For example, for a junior compositor, it's incredibly important for you to learn really well prep and cleanup, for example. So I'm going to share with you just for a few seconds here. I hope I'm not boring you to death, guys. I really hope not. I really hope that you guys are... I know some of people here already have went through my class, but let me just show you, for example, this one real quick here. So this is a class from Ricardo, and this is a prep class where I'll let him.
As you saw, we need to put the couple walking on the background. We have a lot of challenges that we need to approach here, and believe me, this is not an easy shot. You will see that the technique is quite similar in most of the paint parts, but we need to approach in a delicate way. And for that, let's start our shot painting. I'm just going to put everything here as we have. I'm going to copy the plate that we are going to start.
Okay, that kind of gives you a little idea. And then let's not forget as well that we also have Justin's classes. So I need to find the class from Justin. Okay, here we go. So this is a class from Justin, which is a Python class. So this, for example, is functions on Python.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another Hugo's Desk video. This is Justin, and in this video we're going to have a look at functions. Now in Python, functions will allow us to structure our code and having to execute it in a much more intuitive and efficient way. Enjoy this video and I'll see you right after. In this video we are going to talk about functions in Python. So what is a function? A function is a block of code that performs a specific action.
So you get the picture, and then of course if I scrub this, he just goes through how to do Python scripting, how to do functions, and it just keeps going and going and going. So I just wanted to like give you a little introduction of how the videos look like. So like I said, we only use production assets, we only use footage from real production, so there's no amateur footage here or tutorials. So now I'm gonna not we need to do a break, of course. Like I said many times, we always have a responsible stream here. So first of all, a couple of questions here that I have to go through here. So first of all, Sejels is saying, I see the download button, so this is it scene files or the video? So it is the video. The files themselves will be downloaded through Dropbox. So, and of course you need to sign an NDA before you get the files. Then basically, what else we have? Let's see here. Other questions. Yeah, so Juan Lumarado asks, is the 2.2 the same as 1.1? Yeah. At the moment, both the 2.1 or the 2. Or the 1.1 are the same course. So, but if we reach a really big goal, we might do new classes. So there might be extra classes that we put on stretch goals, but we haven't planned that for now. So at the moment, the class that we did for 1.0 is the same as 2.0. It's just that we're doing it again. That's why. But I ultimately think that we'll end up having some stretch goals for sure. So that's it really. So Sejels is asking how many hours are needed per week to stay in the class. It's really hard to tell because you can do it at your own leisure. You know, you don't really need to spend specific hours per week because we deliver you the classes per week, but you can watch them whenever you want. You know, usually sometimes it's 2 hours of classes, sometimes it's 3 hours, sometimes it's 5 hours. It depends on the week and depends on the topic, but you can definitely follow the Discord channel. You can follow the forum. You don't really need to like go really week by week. You should know, for example, from our 119 students we have so far, some of them haven't even started the course. So a lot of people are very busy. Not everyone, you know, goes right ahead. So. Haylox asks, just about the pledge, would you recommend having an educational license versus the non-commercial for this course? I really would recommend the educational license. And the reason I'm saying that is because the educational license is really worth its weight in gold, if you think about it. Because it's a full version of Nuke. That means you don't have any missing files. Because the non-commercial version doesn't have all the nodes of Nuke, you know? So the educational version has all the versions. It has, you know, Nuke Studio. It has Madi. It has Modo. It has everything included. And don't forget that you then can upgrade for really cheap for the full license. So it's a huge bargain. You should really think about it because the non-commercial version might not be exactly what you need, because for you to do the course, you might be missing some nodes that the non-commercial version doesn't have. And then I'm going to wrap up before we do a break with Monkey 3D Post. Do you pretend come to Brazil someday? So Monkey, I have been in Brazil already. I had a lovely time. This was like maybe 5 years ago. I went there with the mill and the foundry to do a lot of keynotes. I was in Rio de Janeiro and I was in São Paulo as well. So yeah, it was great. I love Brazil. Of course, I'm Portuguese, so it was really easy for me to talk there. And I had a lovely time on a lot of companies. I did some really good presentations. I can't wait to go back there again. So I would love to go back, but of course I need a reason to go back. I maybe need to go into to a conference or a festival or something like that. But yeah, Sejels is right. Like, it is really cheap to upgrade, so you should really do that. Anyway, let's I don't want to bother everyone on this chat because a lot of people on the chat here already did my course, so I'm gonna switch gears here. So and we're gonna basically do a little break because we do responsible Switch streams, and I'm gonna do a little break, maybe 3 minutes only, and I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, okay? Don't go anywhere. We'll just do a little short break, and I'll see you guys very soon. Traveler as well. Also been playing Final Remix as well, Minutia as well. I have a bunch of games here, but I really like my Switch, so I'm taking it with me on the plane so I can play some games. Favorite games that I have on my Switch, really, I would say it's really good to play Mario vs. Rabbids. That was a really good game. And really would recommend, of course, Zelda Breath of the Wild, although I already finished it, so I don't need to play it again. I would say Am Tatsuma is really good as well. Fast RMX is really good as well. I also really, really like Oxenfree. Oxenfree is an amazing game. Bayonetta, of course, Bayonetta 1 and 2. Darkest Dungeon is one of my favorite games, by the way. So it's a really, really good game. So Juan is asking, in the 990 pounds, although they are not a classroom, can we ask questions? Of course. You can ask anyone here on the forum that you can always ask questions to the teachers, and we always answer you on the forum. Don't worry. Sajel says that the stream has dropped. I hope it didn't drop. Hope not. But would really also recommend Mega Man Collection as well. But today we are going to go and play Final Fight. Final Fight is one of my favorite games. So let's just continue here. I need to lower the sound, though, because the sound is really high up. Let me just lower this thing. Can you guys tell me if the sound is too high or is the sound too low? Like, can you tell me if the game sound is too high up for you? Can you guys... is it good now? Like, can you still hear the game and still hear me talking? Or is the sound of the game too high up? Let me know on the chat if this is too high up. Okay? So, so I used to play Final Fight all the time. Slightly too high? Okay. I'll just lower it just a little bit more. So I would say Final Fight is one of my favorite games. It's a fighting game from Capcom. And I used to play it on the Mega CD, if anything. This is, of course, not the Mega CD version. This is the arcade version. But let's just go for it. So I'm going to play with my favorite player, which is Cody. I'm just going to go with him. This is the arcade version. It's not the Mega CD version, unfortunately, because the Mega CD version has really good soundtrack, man. It's amazing. Let's just go here. Yeah. Come here. So this game, man, is just my groove. So the reason I'm playing this game is because I know this game so well that I can just answer questions. So if you guys still have questions, just keep going because I can just get on with this thing. And, oh, look, a hammer. It's weird that I can't use the hammer to kick someone's butt. That would be nice. I love beat-em-ups. Now, I grow up with beat-em-ups all the time, you know. That was my kind of groove when I was well, I don't need this, but hey. Hello, Axel. Hello, Boley. Come here, come on. God damn it! I hate these Bowie motherfuckers. So anyway, keep going with the questions. So Lucas is asking, did I ever work in the games industry? I do, yeah. I currently work in the games industry. I basically am a cinematic director. I direct game trailers. My last game trailer was for Vermintide 2. And I did game trailers for Homefront, did game trailers for Call of Duty Ghosts. I directed game trailers for Just Cause 3. You know, I do a lot of game trailers for the industry. I still work on that, so that's what I'm doing in LA. I'm actually going to LA to supervise a shoot for Sony. So yeah, I've been working in the games industry for a while. But before that, I worked in the visual effects industry, where I was the head of compositing at The Mill. So I don't know if you've heard of The Mill. The Mill it's one of the biggest companies of commercials in the world, and I was the head of the Nuke department at The Mill. So I was there for many years. Okay, here he goes. Just fucking die already. Here we go. Maybe I should have played Batman Returns. That would have been nicer, but hey, that's the game we're playing now. So, so Juan is asking, did you see the latest Kojima trailer? Yes, I did, man. I can't wait for that fucking game to come out. Man, that game looks amazing, and I man, the trailer is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. I just can't believe that they made that trailer. The music is a perfect fit. The graphics look amazing. Oh man, I'm gonna die. No. Oh man, I can't believe I died here. Sorry, I'm talking with you guys and I didn't really realize that I needed to be a bit better. Come here, you fat fuck. God damn it. I hate these guys. No! You see, I'm too distracted now, and now I'm just like dying all over the place. Yeah, you see, I died again. Look at that. Making a fool of myself. Well, he's dead now. That was a waste of life there. Anyway.
More to the left. No,
Well.
A little bit more to the right. A little bit more to the left.
Thank you so much. I need to pause this because I can't read your name.
Just a little bit.
Thank you so much, Dribble.
A little bit more to the left. Just a little bit more to the right.
Dribble Blue for the subscription. Thank you so much for the 2-month strike subscription. That is so kind of you. Thank you so much for that. Just lowering the sound here of the game a little bit because it's a bit too high. Anyway, why is it so high? I'm listening to it so high up. I need to like where is the sound control of this thing? Sorry, just give me a second. Yeah. I know. I'm trying to pause. Okay, I'm just gonna pause like that. So going back to the questions here. So yes, I did see the Kojima trailer. It was fucking mind-blowing. Can't wait to play that game. I have not worked on it. No, I wish, but you know, it's very hard to work in games in Japan because you kind of have to be Japanese. You kind of have to live in Japan. It's not gonna work if you're not in Japan. So Alox asks, is there a big difference between working in the games industry or the film TV? Yeah, it's a huge difference, I would say. Pretty much, I would say that the visual effects industry is, I think, worse. I think there's much more crunch time on the visual effects industry because we have such short turnarounds, as opposed to, you know, I'm just gonna like lower the. Can I lower the sound? It doesn't have the sound to lower. Maybe because I don't have a controller for the sound, but maybe I can. Let's just see here. Where is the sound? Where is the sound? Sound. TV output. Does it have the sound? I thought it did. Okay, well, maybe I'm wrong here. I'll just have to live with it, then, don't I? Because there's only this much here. Okay, so yeah, there's no way of me lowering it. That's fine. I can live with it. Anyway, like I said, the language barrier is definitely a problem for sure. Like, it's not like you can kind of like just go in Japan and just work in Japan. It's not gonna happen. You have to really know Japanese really well. They won't care if you don't really know Japanese perfectly. These girls are so annoying. Jesus. And of course, god damn it. No, just leave me alone. This guy, Andor, is one of the most annoying people on this game, man. It's just like, I just can't help. Almost got it. Jesus Christ. Look at that retarded face there. Just a retarded guy. Just die already. Come on. Okay, so. See here. So basically, language barrier definitely is a big thing. Regarding the course, I read that the students will be able... Let me just go through this thing here. Of course, this is not the best game to be reading comments since the the game is so fast-paced. But I have... Let's just read the comments here. So basically, I hope you guys don't mind that I'm playing this game. Are you guys fine with this? Are you guys okay with me playing this game? Are you all good? Let me know in the chat if you guys are good. Otherwise, I can switch to another game if you guys prefer. It's not a problem at all. So I can always switch the game around. Anyway, what was I doing? Yeah. So many questions here. Damn, you guys are really going for this here. So, Colex81 asks, regarding the course, I read the students will be able to use some of the footage to create their show reels. Approximately how much footage will be used to build a reel? So this really depends on how far we go. So if we only go to 100%, which is what we have so far, you'll probably get like maybe 3 or 4 shots to use on the show reel. But if we keep going and have more and more income coming into the course, like if we reach 200%, or if we reach 300%, or if we reach 400% of funding like we did last time, then I will add more shots to the showreel material. So basically, the more we get funded, the more shots I will give you guys to use on the showreels. Other questions here. Hi, I'm an early bird pledge. Just wonder, when would we receive a login and when can we start working on the course? Is it September? Apologies if it's already mentioned, just joined in. Yeah, no, it is definitely September. So that's when we're going to try to have it on August. Okay, so you know. So I'll try my best to keep it on August. But at the moment, it looks like it's going to be... It's going to be in... I'm going to just jump into this thing. It's basically going to be in September. Other questions I have here... let's see here. Yeah, so Z Onslaught 77. That is a great name, man. Hugo, from your long experience, is it realistic to try to be a compositor and good Houdini artist at the same time? Or is it better to focus only on Nuke or Houdini? So to answer your first question, it really depends on where you're going to work. Like if you want to work on, in the film industry, you want to kind of choose, because there's no way on a film company you will ever be allowed to both do compositing and Houdini. That just doesn't exist. Like on a film company, you are always doing one specific thing. They never give you chances to do two things at the same time. That's just not how it works. You would either be a Houdini artist or a Nuke artist. Having said that, if you want to plan to work in commercials or you want to work in a generalist point of view, then maybe Houdini and Nuke would be really beneficial. I would say right now, I think it's really helpful to be an Houdini artist because there's a lot of lack of Houdini artists. There's a lack of huge Houdini artists. There's not enough Houdini artists. So maybe start with Houdini and then learn Nuke after that, because definitely as a 3D artist, you can definitely, you will never need to know Nuke as well. It's very important for any 3D artist to know Nuke. Okay, that's a really important thing. Then the other question here also, which is the main difference on working on stylized comp like video game trailers, for example, like Final Fight, but Captain Commando is like... I don't have do I have Captain Commando? I think I do have Captain Commando on this thing. Let me just double check. I'm going to save and just go real quick here because I can get back to it. I think Captain Commando is actually here. Let me just double check. Because I think it was. Was that here? Oh yeah, here we go. You want to see Captain Commando? We can go to Captain Commando. So let's see here. So, of course, obviously I'm going to be playing with you. I'm going to be talking to you guys. So I'm going to put the easy difficulty on low because otherwise I'll die all the time. So, because I'm talking to you guys. Yeah, I'm definitely going to then put Captain Commando. We'll go with that. Anyway, to answer your other question, Sajels is asking, oh yes, can I use the real footage you provide as a company? I have something similar. I consult studios and agencies, so is it okay to put it on my website? So I'm not sure what you mean, Sajels. What do you mean? Like, you say, oh yes, can I use the reel from footage you provide as a company? I have something similar. So you cannot use this footage for a company. That's the first thing I would say. Because, unfortunately, this footage belongs to me, and this footage is a project that I've done. So it's not really something you can put on a company, but you definitely can do a personal showreel with the footage, that's for sure. You can do your showreel with the footage, your personal showreel, but you can't really use the footage on your company. That's not permitted. Sajels is asking, on what console you're playing this? My wife loves these old SNES games, Super Mario, Spartan. So I'm playing this on my Switch, the Nintendo Switch, but you can also play with the Super Nintendo Mini. You can also try that. So yeah. And last but not least, I'm going to just wrap up this with a question from Linny CG about comp for animated feature and game trailer cinematics. I suppose the level is at least mid-level composer, right? Yeah, so if you're compositing for an animated feature or game trailer cinematics, you definitely want to be a mid-level. Having said that, you can always become a junior and grow in the company. But the reason why juniors don't really do that is because juniors is basically they do most of the prep and rotoscoping and keying, and there's not a lot of rotoscoping and keying going on, on CG trailers or animated films. So it's commonly that is not linked with junior positions. So that's kind of what it is. So yeah, Sigels, before you use the footage, you really have to ask me yes. So you guys asked, let's go with this. I'm gonna choose, I'm gonna choose Captain Commando, why not? Captain Commando is the guy to choose. So to continue answering Linny about this, like basically Linny, what you have to think about is that CG compositing is really something for mid-levels and seniors. So it's not as easy for you to kind of get a position like that. Having said that, I did have juniors working in CG in trailers, when I was at the mill. So it is always possible, of course. Sorry. So I hope you guys are happy now. We're playing the game that you guys asked for. Alright, there you go. So Captain Commando is a pretty good game. I used to play this game on the arcades a lot, but I'm not as good on it as I am on Final Fight. So please bear with me that I'm not as good on it. Have a question here from Shihin Pin is asking, I want to ask about Oak Lake. When will this project push again? I think it's a great project and have more target shot along the stretch. So I'm still debating this. This is a great question. So regarding Oak Lake, I'm still trying to decide what's going to happen, but maybe I will make it as a stretch goal, maybe, but it requires a lot of money for it to be a stretch goal. So I don't really want to promise that yet. I'm still debating this. But pretty much I really want to do Oak Lake, as you guys know. It's my little baby to do that short film. Oh, I just realized now. I'm just double check one thing, because I realize now that I have the chat on top of my screen. Sorry about that. Just lower my screen here so the chat is not covered. Sorry about that. So I'm definitely gonna do Oak Lake again. Don't worry, it will happen. It will happen. It will happen. Maybe what will happen is we'll do one shot on this course, and then we can kind of like go from there. But Oak Lake will come back. Don't worry. But of course, now I'm just focused on getting this course done, the version 2.2. So, god damn it, this guy is gonna get the gun here and just like shoot the bastard. You're not dead yet. God damn it. Just die already. Aw, man, no. No. Well, now he's dead. Well, missiles is always good. Ah, god damn it, I had the missiles with me. Yeah, well, now he's dead. Go. Ah, Jesus, man, I can't believe I'm gonna die again. This is an embarrassment. But like I said, I'm not as good as in this game as I am on Final Fight. So... now he's dead. Okay. So, another question I have here. So, Very Flail Lucas asks, how do you deal with deadlines? In general, some people are always on time, but some people, not even if they work hard, like... there's two kinds of people. So, Lucas, deadlines are one of the most important things in the industry, man. You cannot fail your deadline. If you work in the industry... If you start failing your deadlines, they're really gonna be upset with you. It's really important for you to give realistic deadlines, and it's really important for you to always tell your producer if you are not gonna be able to deliver something in time. The best approach is to always tell them really upfront, okay guys, I don't think we're gonna be able to deliver this. It's really important for you to do that. Never lie to your producer. If they come up to your desk and say, do you think we're gonna be finished tomorrow? If you don't think it's going to be finished tomorrow, you need to tell them that it won't be finished tomorrow. It's really important to be very straightforward to your producers. And also, there's no shame on asking for help, If you have some juniors or some mid-level people next to you, ask them for help, It's maybe their job even to support you. If they're juniors or if they're seniors or mid-levels, they need to help you, man. It's really important to have that in mind. Brenda is driving me nuts here. Come on, Brenda. Okay. Yes, exactly, Sajels. Always add butter time. I like that. It's butter time. It's butter time. What are these guys doing on the cave here? They're just looking at me. Ah, God damn it. I wish I had someone else to play with me because it would have been easier if I had a co-op here. This game actually can be played with 3 people. It would have been awesome to have 3 people playing with me. That would have been awesome. God damn it. Well, I'm dead again. Captain Commando. Here's the boss again. Okay. Oh, now I get the food. Jesus Christ. God damn it. That's not fair at all, man. Come on. Don't do that to me. God damn it. This Blanca looks like Blanca from Street Fighter. Oh well. Dead again. Of course. Why wouldn't I? Jesus Christ. Driving me nuts, man. This Blanca dude is really driving me off the wall. Just die already. Oh, Jesus Christ. Just die. Oh, now these fuckers come in. Always keep moving. Always keep moving. That's what I need to do with these guys. Ah, Jesus. Why did I do that? Well, at least I got that out of the way. Damn it. He's almost dead, though. But it's the only almost that is missing. Is he called Shitstorm? That's what it looks like. Super Punch, yes. So, Lucas, you're saying, I'm always late. I'm always late. My producer knows me. He knows how I work with my sense of time. I like that. Sense of time. But there's no negative effect on my career, but I always finish minutes before deadline. So, Lucas, you need to work on that. Because it's not gonna work if you don't deliver in time, man. You really need to need to work on that. It's not easy, man. It's not easy. So, okay. Anyway, more questions here. Let's see here. So Giles is asking, can you sit in attack? What do you mean? Can I sit in attack? What do you mean about that? I don't know what that means, man. Is that a special code about something? I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway, let's just keep moving here. I'm gonna change game because I'm actually going to try to play something that it would be a bit more relaxed so that I can actually answer more questions. Let's try here. If I actually have something relaxed here. Otherwise, I can just swap to another console. Let's just do that, actually. Yeah, actually, let's do that. Let's swap here to my PS4. And so let's just swap this around. Just do that. Okay, cool. So, let's see here. So, so I just got. This is a really good game, guys. You really need to play this game. Plague Tale Innocent is an amazing game. But again, I have all my games here. I always have them on folders. You know, I would give you some recommendations real quick here. So, Plague Tale is absolutely stunning. You should definitely play it. I'm still just on the beginning of it, but you kind of need to play it. That's definitely Lenny. There's a lot of Neo Geo games, yes. I also have a lot of games here. I have Street Fighter Collection, the King of Fighters 97, Soul Calibur. I'm a big fan of Neo Geo games. So I have Art of Fighting here as well. I have King of Fighters. I'm a big fighter fanatic. Last Blade 2 as well. Samurai Showdown, Street Fighter, of course. More King of Fighters. Fatal Fury Archives as well, and Mark of Wolves, which is my favorite game for the Neo Geo. So all these games are quite cool. But then I also would recommend you to get a look at these games here. So this is really cool. The SNK collection, the Castlevania collection as well. And then I would also say that you should definitely play Days Gone. It's a really good game. Also play Until Dawn. It's an amazing game. Soma as well is really good. Evil Within is really good as well. And of course, PT. PT is just a stunning game. It's really scary though, so maybe I shouldn't play it here. Well, why not? Like, let's just click on it. Let's just go for it. Anyway, going back to the questions here. Let's see what else we have here. Well, Seychelles is saying, well, usually I have a bad sense of time as well. Well, I'm saying this, but guys, I also have a bad sense of time. I'm not that good at timing as well, but I try my best, you know. Maybe for the benefit of the audience, maybe I should switch my lights off, because this is not really a game that you want to have a lot of light. So I don't know if you guys played this game. This game is horribly scary. Although, oh, wait a minute. This is way too dark. Yeah, you guys can't even see anything I can see. Yeah, that's right. This is too dark. Let me just double check what happened there. I lost the signal. Just a second. What happened here? Completely lost the signal of the PlayStation. Sorry about that. I was just about to do it, and then it just went off. Let's see here. So, auto default. Some reason I lost my... Well, that's peculiar. Let me just swap this real quick here, just to see if I think the my PlayStation just kind of like didn't want to play or something. Yeah, I lost my signal here. I don't know why. I think my Blackmagic card might... Oh yeah, there you go. Now we're back and we have now images. Okay, fine. So I'm not really sure what happened there. Sorry about that. I just really lost the signal. Really. Okay, here we go. Now you can see it. So I already played this game quite a lot, so of course this game is scary as hell. Oh, we lost the game again. Okay, that's weird. Well, I don't think PlayStation is gonna work here. For some reason there's some kind of problem going on here, so let's just leave PlayStation be then. Not really sure why. Some kind of problem happening on my PlayStation. Maybe there's like some capture card problem. Could be. Often the capture card doesn't really look like these things, so could be. Oh, I think I know what it is. Wait a minute. I think I have... yeah, HDCP is on, so that's why we can't see it. We just switch it off. That's probably why. Sorry about that. There you go. Yeah, HDCP was on, and of course that, obviously made the console not be able to be broadcasted. So sorry about that. That's my fault. Let's just go back to it again. So where was it? Where is the game? Oh, of course I have to recommend Resident Evil 2, man. Amazing. I actually have all Resident Evil heroes, all Resident Evil games here. They're all amazing. So where's the game I was playing? Here we go. So now it should work. Let's see. Now I hope that it doesn't die. So, more questions here. So, Xing Peng is asking, I want to ask questions at a psychological level. I don't know if the master has ever been assigned a project. You really want to get a good work project, but you might be assigned a shot that you are not expecting, but the leader might not will be assigned to you. How can you overcome things like this? So, obviously, it's always never ideal when you get assigned a shot that you don't like, obviously. And I think it's always important to have, a clear conversation with your senior, Maybe your senior, you can kind of talk to them and see if they can give you like a better shot. But I guess work is work. You kind of have to think about that. Ooh, these people are a bit they do not clean their house, do they? This is cool. So I guess that's the thing that I would say is that I understand that from a psychological level, it might be really bad that you're working on something you don't like. I think that's what you mean, I guess. I think that's probably what you mean. But you just have to try to overcome it by thinking, this is just a job. Basically, you're going to get paid at the end of the day anyway. and just move on, try to finish the job as fast as possible, and then kind of move on and do the next job. Man, this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. I can hear a lot of noises behind me. Fucking hell, it's already... I'm already getting kind of like nervous here. God damn it. It's giving me like the shivers already. This is not a good idea to play this game now. Why am I playing this game? Let me just, there's one thing though that I noticed. The game is really dark and it doesn't need to be that dark. I think it's because my, let's see here. I think it's because my video is not, oh yeah, it is on full, okay. That's weird, it's really, really dark. I don't know why. That's weird. It shouldn't be that dark. Like, anyway. This is a game called PT, yeah. It's not good to play this game, man. It's not good, it's really scary. And I don't know why I picked it. I must be mad, that's the thing. I just need to change my color space because I can't even see it on Rexham's 9. I need to put it in sRGB here, otherwise I can't even see it. Where's the sRGB? Sorry. Okay, standard, there we go. Yeah, Lenny, sorry, I'm not gonna play Sekiro. I won't be able to play Sekiro with you guys talking to me. It's just impossible. Anyway, hope that answered your question. Anyway, well, she should be here any minute now, I'm sure. This game, man, is just way too scary. It's just so scary that I don't even have words for it. And also the sound doesn't help. It really, man, I can hear her. She's probably here somewhere, for fuck's sake. Where is she, man? I think it's just gonna go in here. And so this doesn't look worrying, does it? I mean, are you guys worried about this? I guess I'm not. Fucking hell. Okay, well, that's nice. That's nice, I guess. Oh man, it's not looking good. I can hear the sound going up. Obviously, you guys can't hear the sound that much, but I'm gonna put the sound more high up so you guys can know what I'm listening to. So this is what I'm listening to on my ears, okay? Linny, you can't play this? No, me neither. This game is horrible. Oh man, god damn it. I'm so sad that this game was deleted from the PlayStation Network. No one can actually buy it or download it, and it's a shame because it would have been an amazing game. Kojima would have done an amazing job with Silent Hill. Would have been so good. Now look at this. Like, this is not freaky at all, is it? Like, if you go and look up here, where is it? There's like, oh, it's not there anymore. There used to be an elevator here. Okay, it's not there anymore. Like, maybe it's not there yet. I know this game, like, I've been playing this game for a while, so I don't remember the last thing I did, so might be that I don't really remember where I was. You can't buy this, no, Sajels, you can't buy this game. This game is free, this game was free, and it was delivered. Oh, fuck, man, here she is. God damn it. This game was free, it was a demo for Silent Hill. And then Konami canceled it, and now no one can ever play it. For fuck's sake, this is not good. Man, this is too scary, man. Ah, fuck's sake! God damn it! What is that? Shit, where is she? Don't do this to me, man. Fuck's sake! Oh man, don't do this to me, Jesus Christ! Fuck's sake. Oh man, look, look at that. I don't know if you guys can see it, but my man, I'm completely flabbergasted by that. That's not good. I doubt that you guys can see, but my hair on my arm is all lifted. All of the hair on my arm is completely lifted, man. I am so my hair is all lifted. Jesus, that was horrible. Jesus Christ. Why am I doing this? Oh my god, I'm sorry guys. I'm so sorry. I wasn't really expecting that to happen. Jesus Christ. Yeah, well, Seychelles, unfortunately, Konami is Konami, man. They didn't want to do it. This is PT, yes, Potato, it is PT, and I just died on it. I'm not going to play this shit again. I am not going to play it. No, this is too scary. So maybe a little more relaxation here with maybe some Street Fighter. Why not? Let's just do that. Because, fuck, man. Oh, shit, I don't have the disc. Which disc do I have here? Oh, I need to go and get the disc. Anyway, while I get the disc, I'm gonna just like jump into this. I'm sorry about that. I have a couple questions here as well. So Z Onslaught 77 is asking, is basically asking, did you already use Clarice on a project? And if yes, do you think it's usable to learn with a junior level? So I have not used Clarice yet. Clarice looks amazing, so you guys should definitely check it out. And I have worked in companies that use Clarice, but unfortunately, I haven't used it on the production yet, but I can't wait to try it. But anyway, let's do a little small break. It's always very important for us to do a little small break. So I'll be back very soon. Let's reconvene in about 3 minutes. Please don't forget to stretch your legs. Don't forget to drink some water, you know, like just do that. So I'll see you guys very soon. And I'll see you in about 3 minutes. Hello there, and I'm back. So keep the questions coming. Don't forget, like, we have the Nuke course on Kickstarter. You can ask me any question you want about that, or you can ask me anything about visual effects or anything about show reels. So keep the questions coming. Thank you so much for sticking around as well. And don't forget, if you have like an Amazon Prime account, you can definitely support my channel. So which would be cool. So. Anyway, let's just jump into something different because I think after that thing, we need to kind of chill for a little bit. So I'm gonna just like basically put something a bit more nice on the screen because PT really scared me there for a second. It was really scary. So I don't want to play that game anymore. I love that game. I think that game is tremendous. But man, that was pretty scary. So anyway, let's just jump in here. So I, of course, obviously, I want to play Batman. That's what I always play when I have my when I play my Super Nintendo. Now this game is not easy, so we'll see how it goes. But I do love this game, so let's just give it a go. Hopefully it's not too high up for you. And of course, keep coming the questions if you guys have any more questions. Don't forget, you can ask questions about visual effects. You can ask questions about the Oakley course as well. So I'm answering questions. So I'm going to put easy. Otherwise, I will die all the time. Let's just go in here. It's all fun and games. Yes, it is. Yes. This is one of the best games for the Super Nintendo. I'm playing it with the Super Nintendo Mini. Here's my little controller there. It's really one of my favorite controllers. It's a beautiful controller, man. They've really nailed this controller. And I can't... Let's just go for this. Ambush in Gotham Plaza. So keep asking questions. So going back to what you guys are chatting here about, the psychological problem. Yes, sorry about that I asked for. Yeah, this is a Super Nintendo Mini. So with the classic controller, yes. And this is Batman Returns, which is one of the best games for the Super Nintendo Mini. Well, for the Super Nintendo, for any. I think it's one of the best games ever. But it's hard as nails, by the way. So this game is not easy. Like most games back in the day, they're not easy, man. But it's unbelievable how they did this. Like, they actually managed to do it. I need to do one thing, though. I can see the game is really tiny on your window. Let me just get the game a bit bigger, because the game is so scaled that I can definitely have it bigger so you guys can see it a bit better. There you go. So now we can see it better. And now also the chat can be a bit bigger as well. Why not? So you guys can see the questions and everything. And sorry I'm doing this live, but, you know, I just want to make sure. Yeah, the PlayStation Mini, yes, it does play in HD. Yeah, it does. It's a really nice game to play if you want to revisit. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that you see, I'm going to show you this here. So I've cracked my Super Nintendo Mini, and so because I cracked my Super Nintendo Mini, that means that I have all the games of the Super Nintendo in it. Because usually if you play this, you don't really get all these games. I have every single game that ever came out for the Super Nintendo in this console, because you can basically crack it and then you can have it all there. So I'm actually playing it on. I'm not playing it on the computer. I'm playing it on a TV in front of me, and I'm playing it on the console. So the Super Nintendo Mini is a really tiny console that came out. I can't really show you. Otherwise you'll. I can't really show you. Yeah. Otherwise you. Otherwise I need to stop the game. So I'm not gonna show you. Just go back to this thing again. So we'll start over again. Yes, it is. Yeah, that's. Oh, a minute. Yeah. Let me just double check. I'm just gonna click on the link that you sent, and just double check. No, that's not the one. No. So the one that I'm playing is this one. So that's not the one. The one I'm using is this one. Sorry, just like loading here and loading to the chat so that I can show you. So the one I'm playing is this one here. That's the one I'm playing, Sajels. That's the official Nintendo console, okay? So, question that I have here. I work 9-to-5 job. Do you think I can keep up with the course if I dedicate 8 hours, 12 per week? Absolutely. Don't worry. You know, you can definitely work and play and still catch up on the weekend, maybe, if you want. It's really not a problem at all. I think you can definitely work 9-to-5 and still do the course, because the course will be there for you to, you know, to always use. You know, you can play it whenever you want. You can play back the videos. You just have to keep an eye on Discord and on the forums just to make sure you're up to date with everything. You know, so yeah, you definitely don't worry about the 9-to-5 job. Sajels, it doesn't play cartridges. This one doesn't. This one only plays ROMs. So basically you have to kind of play ROMs downloaded from the web, which is not easy these days because Nintendo has cracked down on all the ROMs, so you can't really find them that easy. I love beat 'em ups, so that's why I'm playing it. Just go away, guy. This game is really hard, so it's gonna be. I'm sure I'm gonna die plenty of times. Especially these fuckers, they are really annoying. Oh man, they're so annoying. But, you know. I just die already. Okay, there you go. Littering, I'm just like loitering here. Okay, there you go. The guy's dead. Keep the questions coming, guys. I know there's not a lot of you online right now. There's only 23 of you. But if you have any questions about the Nuke course, if you want me to go through the course again, I can do that. If you want, I can basically go through and show you a couple of classes again. It's not a problem at all. I can also answer you any questions about visual effects if you want. If you want to know some stuff about showreels, just let me know. I'm only playing for chilling, you know, so because it's always better to do something instead of just being here looking at you. And then you guys also have some cool pictures to look at. Especially this, you know, this is 2D art at its best, you know, like video games don't have this anymore, 2D art, you know, which is a shame. I really love 2D art on video games, like big sprites, you know, like the Neo Geo, the Neo Geo collection games, you know, they're just beautiful. It's like you just don't have this anymore, which is a shame. Okay, and he's dead. So, oh, missile. That's nice of him. Like this guy walking around with a bazooka. Jesus Christ. So, so Shazels, you say, guess I maybe emailed you with the course. Yeah, sure, you can email me. We can talk on Discord as well. I know you've asked me some stuff on Discord privately, but I won't answer right now because, of course, this was talked privately. So I'll contact you in Discord. Don't worry. I haven't forgotten about you. Don't worry. I mean, the course is only gonna be Okay, look at this. I can put them against the wall. I love this. It's so cool. The cool thing as well is they can kill themselves as well, which is nice because it really helps me, which is good. Look at that. No way you're gonna send me a missile there. So don't worry, Sajals. I haven't forgotten. I'll contact you. Oh, I was asking about the SNES games. Okay. Okay, sorry. Well, I really recommend you playing this console, man. It's really good. Oh, good. That's great. A little bat there. Oh, look at the fiery motherfuckers here. Dead now. Just go away. I love to send them against the wall. This is so cool. God damn it. This devil fucker. Just go away. Just go away. Oh man, really? This lonely guy killed me. The Finn clown just killed me. Oh man, it sucks. This game is really hard, man. Sorry. I am also like, you know, I'm a bit rusty. I have to admit. I'm an old man now. You know, I'm 40, so I'm not as good as I used to be. Okay. Also, gels, sure. Don't worry about it. Keep the questions coming, guys. And if you guys want to play, if you guys want me to play another game, you just let me know, okay? So I can play definitely another game. It doesn't need to be this one. Just not PT anymore, because damn, I was scared for that. I think we all were scared. That was not cool, man. God damn it. These motherfuckers, man, are so annoying. Ah, they're so annoying. I really hate them. These fuckers with the bikes, man. These skulls, motherfuckers. Jesus Christ. Okay, so Satchel is saying, I have a 3-year-old and wife who takes care of her full time and always tight with finances. I understand that, man. It's not a problem at all. So let's see here. A question from Cole X81. I've found putting together showreel can be kind of difficult due to the lack of free assets online, especially green screen clips. Do you have any advice to find some footage? Yeah, well, I understand completely what you mean. It's really difficult to find assets online that are production driven, and so I don't want to sound like a douchebag here, but if you want to have access to real production assets, you should definitely think about joining my course on Kickstarter, because on my course I only have production footage. You know, you can have access to green screen footage from productions, and some of them you can use on your showreel. So you know, maybe contact me privately. We can talk more about that. I would give you the advice, of course. My biggest advice for getting footage, if you can't afford my course, that is not a problem. My biggest advice is always, if you guys can, maybe go and film something by yourself. You know, I know that sounds hard. I understand that. But a lot of times I figured that probably the best way... Oh, damn it. I hate this level. I hate this level. Okay, well, I'm not gonna kill that guy. This level is just horrible because it's like a shooter, and it's like, Jesus. Okay, I'm just gonna kill that guy. Just die already. So I know this might sound silly, but the best solution is always for you to have your own footage, right? So if you can't really like buy a course like mine, and if you can get your own footage, maybe you can get together with friends of yours. Maybe you can rent a camera. Maybe you can film some professional stuff. It's always easier if you get together with a bunch of people and then you can rent the camera together, you know? That always would be an easier way than trying to get footage online, because it's just hard, you know? You won't find footage. So, you know, it's just difficult. Jesus Christ. This game is really difficult, I know. Like, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I'm gonna die a lot of times, I'm sure. Jesus Christ. Died again, of course. He's not even... Man, he's not even, like... It's not even... Jesus Christ. I love this game, but I also hate this game. I also hate this game. That's the thing, man. Ah. Fucker. Okay, cool. Done. Level 1 done. So maybe do that. Maybe, you know, maybe try to get together with some friends and maybe film something with a really good camera. You can probably film some good stuff with a Blackmagic camera if you rent one, or you can rent a camera, you know, like a 5D or something. Hi, George. Hi, everyone. So George is on the party now. Hi, George. You're pretty late. I'm almost done with my stream. We're playing Batman on the Super Nintendo, man. Look at that. Look at that beautiful controller. One of the best controllers in the world. Look at that beautiful thing. All filled with colors and everything. This is when the world was a simpler place. Scene 2, Battle in the Street. Why am I playing this game? It's so hard. Man, George, you've missed some really cool cool moments, man. I was playing PT on the PlayStation 4, and it was scary as hell. I just basically scared everyone on this stream. So it was not nice. I think I lost some people while I was doing the stream. That was a scary game, man. Never gonna do that on the stream ever again. Maybe I should stream some Resident Evil 7. That would be nice, I think. Ah, George, thank you so much for the subscription. Look at that. George is subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much, man. Can't thank you enough for you to be subscribing to my channel. Guys, let me know if the game sound is too high, okay? Like, if the sound of the game is too high, let me know, because I can lower it, okay? I don't want you guys to, like, only listen to this game. This clowns. I hate clowns. I fucking hate clowns. Really excited to watch E.T. too. I really hope the film is good. I really liked E.T. I'm talking about the Stephen King's film. George, thank you so much for the subscription, man. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So, if you guys think the volume is too high up, let me know, okay? It's just I can lower the volume, but it's a good groove, you know? So I have a question here from Volume92. Volume, the 92, does it mean that you were born in 92? I hope not, because then you're gonna really make me feel depressed. If you were born in 92, man, Jesus, I was born in 78, man. So I was already in university when you were born. Jesus Christ. So Volume 92 asks, Hugo, what skills or the most for getting a job in the games industry in the video department? Just compositing skills? So, Volume 92, are you talking about doing game trailers? Is that what you're talking about? If you're talking about game trailers on the video department, then you need to know actually not Nuke, not compositing. Shit. But you need to know like Avid or Premiere or Final Cut. And you need to be really good at editing. Maybe After Effects would help as well. Is that what you're talking about? Maybe you can rephrase your question. Is that what you're talking about? Like working in the video department, making like trailers? Is that what you mean? I don't look old? Well, I am. I'm 41, man. I'm gonna be 41 this year. So I was born in 78. So I am old as fuck. Oh, game trailers. Okay, so Volume. I can really tell you how this works. So I just recently been working with Sony PlayStation, on the San Diego, like basically with the San Diego studio and also with the Liverpool studio, and they do a lot of in-game trailers and cinematics inside their game, inside the company. And I'll tell you their pipeline. Basically what they do is they have an Avid editor. So if you want to be an editor, you need to kind of learn Avid. They also use Premiere as well. So they use Avid and Premiere. You kind of want to learn both. They also use a bit of After Effects as well to do some graphics. And then it's a matter of capturing the game, you know, and capturing the game means that you just have to get some good, really good players that can play the game in a really good way for you to be able to kind of like cut a really good trailer. If you work with companies like Fire Without Smoke, for example, so Fire Without Smoke is a company that I worked on for a long time as a VFX supervisor and a cinematic director. Fire Without Smoke does the same, you know, Fire Without Smoke uses Avid for editorial. And basically what they do is basically the games studios deliver early builds of the games, and then when we play the games, we have like basically a bunch of specialists on video games, you know, people that really know how to play games and also know how to tweak the engine, because a lot of times what happens is the engine is not really, we get the build of the game. That means we can tweak things. We can kind of like make colors different. We can kind of do color corrections in real time. We can also like stage some scenes, you know, by using the engine directly. So that's how kind of it works. You basically stage your scene inside the game engine, then you basically capture it, and then you do editorial using Avid or Premiere to cut the trailer. So that's kind of the best things that you would know. So I hope that helped. That's kind of the skill set you want to do. Now, the most important skill set in terms of core skills, not just knowing software, because knowing software doesn't really give you anywhere. You really need to know the core skills. For editorial, you want to kind of look at film and kind of learn how the master editors work, and basically learn how to cut footage and tell a story. That's the whole point of being an editor. Being an editor is to be able to explain a story. It's being able to be a storyteller. It's much more important than being a good in Avid or Premiere. That's actually secondary. You don't really need to be good at the software at all. What you need to be good is at telling a story, because you need to know how to choose the correct takes, how to pick up the correct mood for the shot, how to make the trailer really convene the atmosphere of the game, you know? So that's kind of like what you need to kind of do when you're an editor of a game trailer. These fat fuckers are so annoying. Of course, now we're gonna have a bunch of them here. And they bring some little children there. Keep the questions coming, guys. If you want, I can go through the Nuke course again, like if you need to. Obviously, for those of you that weren't here in the beginning, I did do that on the beginning of the stream. So for those of you that are my subscribers, you can watch the replay as well. And if you're not a subscriber to my channel, you can always use your Amazon Prime subscription for free. Amazon Prime is free. It gives you access to one free subscription. Jesus Christ. For Twitch. This game is so difficult, man. What are they doing, man? What is this, man? Jesus Christ. Can you make the game harder? Can the game be harder? Can it please? Just look at this thing. Look at this shit, man. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. This is just annoying as fuck. Like, how do I even do this? And then this fucker is right at the end here just to piss me off. Ah, Jesus Christ. Just die already. I'm gonna die with this guy again, with this prick. God damn it. Oh, man. So, big question here. By the way, I need to shout out to Lenny CG. So don't forget to please welcome me to thank Lenny CG for the absolute amazing work she's doing. She's the moderator. She's the moderator of my channel, and she's basically posting all the questions on this stream in a separate window for me so that I can read the questions. So thank you so much, Lenny. Please let's all give a round of applause to Lenny, because Lenny always does an amazing job every week. And so, Lenny, this is just for you. Just for you, these claps. Just for you. Thank you so much for all the help you're giving me here with putting all the questions on one single stream. So, guys, thank Lenny CG. Lenny CG is the best. Thank you so much. Well, anyway, let's go back to the game. Let's see here. So, one question here: what was your favorite studio you worked with for? Oh, that's a hard question, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get anyone pissed at me, but I really loved working at the mill, because at the mill, you know, the mill is like one of the biggest companies in the world. It has some of the best work in the world. You know, I was also, my dream was to work at the mill, so I fulfilled one of my dreams, which was working at the mill. When I was younger, I always wanted to work there, and so I was very happy to come in, be a composer. Then I became a senior composer. Then I became a VFX supervisor. Then I became the head of the Nuke department, and it was a huge, proud moment for me. I was the head of the Nuke department for 5 years. I've learned, some of my biggest friends are from the mill. I've learned so much from working with really experienced people, because some people at the mill have been working there for 30 years, man. You have really experienced people that are even older than me. And so I think the mill was probably the best place, but I would say that for me, right now, I'm really enjoying working at Sony. I'm working with PlayStation, and it's been amazing. PlayStation is amazing to work for. I'm working as a VFX supervisor as a freelancer. I'm a freelance VFX supervisor for them, and it's been great. I also, of course, liked to working at Fire Smoke. Also, really enjoyed working with Nexus. I mean, it's always nice to work in good places. I'm not mentioning the bad places. The bad places, I won't mention it, you know. But yeah, the mill, I think, was my favorite place to work. And this is an advice to everyone here watching the stream. If you ever have the opportunity to work on a big company, you should always take it. Because working in a big company will allow you to learn the pipelines, will allow you to also meet really advanced artists, will allow you to work with seniors, you know, and get to know a lot of people. And hey, who knows, maybe you'll find your next husband or wife in the company as well. There's so many love stories also happening on these companies, man. So I would say that would be it. Sajels is asking, for client reviews in Share Online, what video codec would you suggest? Usually H.264 changes the color. So whenever I review for clients, H.264, I use H.264, and I use a Mac to encode the H.264. If you use a Mac machine, you do not get a color shift, because you can basically use Adobe Encoder, and you can run it from an Apple ProRes or use Final Cut, and it tends to be that you have very little difference on the final file on H.264. If you can have access to a Mac, I would really suggest you to use Adobe Encoder. Adobe Encoder has the necessary tools for you to kind of compensate for any inaccuracies on color. I really like Adobe Encoder. It's one of my favorite tools for encoding deliveries. And of course, sometimes I deliver in Apple ProRes as well. I also, a lot of times I do that. Yes, that's right, Lenny. You can get a job and meet the love of your life. Yes, I have so many people that I know that I've met the love of their life in the companies. So other questions here we have. Sajels is saying, by the way, working for Sony Games or Film Division? I'm working for Sony PlayStation, so it's the Games Division. But I am working with the Film Division as well, because they're working together on this project. So it's basically Sony Film and Sony Games. So Xing Peng is asking, what do you think about reopening the Mill Film? Yeah, that was a strange one, you know? The Mill Film was a really strange one. Like I was at the mill. When I came into the mill, they just closed the old mill, and then while I was at the mill, they opened the Mill Film, and then they closed the Mill Film again, and then now they're opening the Mill Film again. It's really weird. It's like, it's bizarre that they are actually just opening it and closing it. It's the third time now that they're opening it. So I think it's really cool. I really like the Mill Film, and you know, I think it's awesome that they are doing that. I really think so. I just wish the best of luck to them. You know, because of course, obviously, it's always It's always great to have more competition. It's always great to have more people working in film. And the mill has such a special way of working in film. They're such a commercial place that I think they will really give a new twist to film visual effects. So I can't wait to see what they do, you know. Other questions I have here. George is asking, can you tell us a bit all to use the PG bouquet? Well, George, I can't open Nuke because I have already packed my Mac Pro, so I can't really open Nuke. That's why we're not doing a workshop. That's why we're doing a gaming session. So unless you want me to tell you from just talking, I can't really show you PGA bouquet. Sorry about that. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna apply after you finish the course? That's great. Yeah, but you're talking about mill film where? On Australia, or are you talking about mill film somewhere else? In which location are you talking about? Anyway, let's go back to this thing. Now I have a boss here, so I'm sure that's gonna go well. I am sure that is gonna go well, as it always does. Let me just do this here. So. Sorry about that. Okay, cool. So it's referable. Okay, so what would you like to know about PG Bouquet? I'm sure this guy's gonna kill me, but hey, let's try it anyway. Oh man, come on. I hate this guy. I hate it so much. So George, what do you want to know about the PG Bouquet? You let me know, man. Maybe you can relax me a little bit more while I'm playing this bloody game, which I basically choose one of the hardest games to play ever. That's great. Jesus Christ. Yes, die already. Oh, damn. This is not good. Ah, so unfair, man. Look at that. He's too strong. What the hell, man? How can you do that? Now, you guys need to appreciate how good the graphics are for a Super Nintendo, man. This is amazing. Must I remind, even the music is matching the game, man. Even the music is matching the film, man. It's unbelievable. Now, let's all kind of like gather around here and kind of actually check what the power of the Super Nintendo is, because I can't remember anymore. So, let's see here. The Super Nintendo, I believe it's really weak, so let's just have a look. So Super Nintendo, what's the clock speed on this thing? Because I can't believe that it's playing this game, man. I cannot believe it. Let's see here. Here we go. It's awesome. Just look at that, man. You guys are going to flip out. Look. The CPU of the Super Nintendo is a 3.5 megahertz, okay? It's not a multi-core, okay? It's not multi-core. It doesn't have 12 cores or 8 cores or 20 cores. It's one CPU, one core with 3.5 megahertz. Man, even a calculator is faster than this thing. And then, how much megs does this have? It's probably here somewhere. Let's just see here. Because technical specs, yeah, here you go. Beautiful thing. Look at this. Clock speed at 21 megahertz, bus has 3.5 megahertz, 2.6 and 1.7. And then we have, how many megs? Does it even say how many megs it has? RAM, where's the RAM? Is it even a meg? It's probably not even a meg. Oh, here we go. It has 128 kilobytes of RAM. Awesome. Wow, that's amazing. And then it has 64 kilobytes of SRAM, video SRAM, and it can basically display 256 colors, and it can do a possible 32,000 colors. Look at that resolution. It can basically do progressive at 256 by 224. My God, it's incredible. And of course, pixel depth is 247 or 8-bit. And yeah, this is just unbelievable. I find these things fascinating. Anyway, let's just go back to the game again. Sorry about that, guys. I just really love this. Yeah, this game, it looks stunning if you think about it. So Lee Watson is asking, what do you think about Robert Pattinson as the new Batman? Well, I think he's great. I really like him. I think he's a great actor. I think it's a fresh take on Batman. I can't wait to see him playing as a Batman. I really think it's a good idea, but hey, you never know. Sajal says, can it do ray tracing rendering on Super Nintendo with Pyro and Deeper? No, it cannot. It can't. No, sorry about that. Okay, so I'm gonna get my ass kicked again, because that's what I like, to get my ass kicked on by this game. God damn it, this guy is so annoying. Ugh, I hate this guy. Just so fucking annoying. Just die already. It's always. Oh, jeez, he does this thing. He's such a loser. He's such a loser. He's called a strong man. He's not strong at all. Oh man, I only have 1 life left, man. This is not gonna go well, man. Oh my god, this guy is just driving me nuts, man. Come on, just die already. Oh, finally I have his bar a little bit more. Just die. Just die. Why don't you die? Just die. Yes. Distance like a Dugan. A Dugan. Oh, I think I found... Oh, I can kill him. Look. Oh, well. Okay. This was easy. I didn't really know you can do that. This is not good. Oh, man. I think I found a bug. I think I found a bug, man. This is not... Jesus Christ. Well, this is look, his power doesn't go down. Oh man, look, it's not a bug. I can't do this, but I can do that. Oh man, he only falls down. He doesn't really die, but I can kill him like that. Okay, now the strongman is dead. Yes. Oh man, kick him in the nuts, sit down and attack him. Okay. No man, I didn't find a hack, you see. It was not a hack because no power was killed on him. Well guys, I think I'm gonna wrap up the stream because we kind of like been doing this for 2 hours and the game is getting too hard now. I don't think I want to play this anymore. Oh, this level is horrible. Why am I playing this game? Why? Why am I playing this game? Ugh, I don't like this game, man. Oh, man. This level is so annoying as well. It's like, you know what I should do? I should play Contra next time. And then really feel the pain. God damn it, these fat fucks. Okay, here we go. Okay, go. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, I guess that's it, really. Well, no, I'm not gonna give up just yet. I'm not gonna give up just yet. God damn it. Jesus Christ. Oh, I have to do it again, of course. It's the 90s, you know? The 90s, you just have to do it again because there's no save progress. Why would it be? God damn it. Ah, no. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Ah, always miss the window. So yeah, okay, so I have to like man, how hard can this be, right? Okay, so we're gonna wrap up the stream. Any final questions? Anyone has any final questions? Let me know if you guys want to ask anything else about the course. Don't forget that I'm gonna be in LA for 6 weeks, so I will let everyone know when the next stream will happen. I don't know yet when, but I will try my best to stream in LA twice a week, maybe once a week. As soon as I get to LA and I get to the Airbnb, I'm gonna then decide which will be the best schedule for the streams, you know? God damn it. That's not fun. That's not fun. That's not fun. Oh, shit, man. What am I doing? Okay. God damn it. Now it comes. Look. Oh, there's a life here. That's good. Oh, this guy again. Oh, man. Why am I playing this game? Why? Why? Anyway. I think I'm going to wrap up the game here. Because this is just too painful. Anyway. So, let's just wrap up the stream. Don't forget that I have one last question here. from Cole X81, would an Aces video be possible in the future? So Cole X81, I am doing Aces on my course. So if you want to follow my course on Hugo's Desk on Kickstarter, I do have an Aces. It is covered on Aces on the course. Yes, I do cover Aces on the course. So don't worry, we will go through all of it there. Now, don't forget, next week I'm in LA. And I will see what time I can do the streams. I'm going to be on set supervising, so it's a bit difficult for me to exactly know when, you know, I'm going to be doing a lot of consulting, a lot of meetings, you know. So it will be a bit difficult for me to know exactly when I will do the timing, but I will let you know as soon as I can. Also don't forget that the course is online now. I'm just going to like share the screen here. So the course is already funded, so it's going to happen for sure. We actually already have 28 students, so we already are so happy with this. We're already on 112% funding, which is fantastic. I'm so happy about this. So if you kind of want to support my Kickstarter, you know where you can ask me more questions about it as well, of course. And I think that's going to be it for today. We played a bunch of games today. I'm going to take my computer with me so we can do some streams with workshops over there, so don't worry about it. Thank you so much for being here. And don't forget, if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to my channel for free. And I get paid by Amazon, but you don't pay anything. Abon asks... Oh, this is in French. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. When will the cup be sold? I'm sorry. I don't know yet. I need to make the cups. I haven't made the cups yet. You're talking about this cup, right? I guess that's the cup you're talking about, right? You just have to be better. Just have to be better. All right. Here's a little tip for you guys. I need to show you this. So I bought this. Well, my wife bought it, and it's like a little pen. You can put it on your shirt if you want. And here, look, this is specifically for you to scratch your back. Look, it's like a little thing that you can scratch your back. And then you can just go in here and scratch your back. Look at that. Just look at that. It's beautiful. Look at that. Scratch your back. And then once you finish scratching your back, you can just close it and then take it with you together with your pens. Just look at that beautiful thing. It's the best thing in the world. Look at it. Look at it. It's just beautiful. I'm going to put it here on my pen here. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Like I said, most likely we're not going to have a stream on Monday because I'll be on LA on Monday morning, so we'll see. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. It was awesome to have this little 2-hour relaxation with you guys. If you have any questions, just let me know. You know where to find me. You can find me Hugo's Desk on Twitter, Hugo's Desk on YouTube, Hugo's Desk on Facebook, Hugo's Desk on Twitch as well, and also Hugo C. Guerra as well. Thank you so much. The next time you'll see me stream, it will be in LA. So I can't wait to do that. Thank you so much for all the support and everything. So I couldn't do this without all of you and all the amazing support I get every day from this community. I'm so happy to do this community, and I can't wait to build the community even more and more. And big shout out to Lenny CG for all the support as a moderator. Thank you so much, Lenny. So I'll see you on the other side. Next stream will be in LA. So I'll see you later. So thank you so much. And I'll see you guys next week. And goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. 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 Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Goodbye.